They say there's a thin line between genius and madness, especially in Hollywood. And few celebrities straddle that line as boldly as Kanye West. From headline-grabbing feuds to impulsive public statements, Kanye has always danced to his own beat. But recently, his behavior has taken an unsettling turn that even his biggest defenders find difficult to explain. What if Kim Kardashian's early warnings about his creepy side were more accurate than anyone realized? Today, we're diving into the puzzling relationship between Kanye and his new wife, Bianca Censori, the bizarre public appearances, and the rumors swirling around them. By the end of this story, you just might see Kanye's unpredictable world in a whole new light. When Kim Kardashian first publicly called Kanye creepy after their divorce, fans and critics alike rolled their eyes. At that time, many believed she was simply a jilted ex lashing out. After all, the couple's high-profile split was a tabloid dream, and Kim's every move was under a microscope. People questioned her motives. Was she trying to get revenge or gain sympathy? But the conversation quickly shifted. The more Kanye ranted online, the more he lashed out at Kim, the clearer it became that something deeper was happening. He posted private text messages, filmed erratic videos, and even accused Kim of keeping him away from his kids. All the while, Kim shared cryptic social media quotes about being in her quiet girl era and focusing on self-growth. She offered subtle but pointed remarks about feeling betrayed or misunderstood. Critics soon realized that Kim's warnings about Kanye's unsettling behavior weren't just a petty jab. The dynamic looked more serious the longer his bizarre public rants dragged on. Her claims went from seeming like bitter ex-talk to genuine, if veiled, concern. And suddenly, people began to wonder what Kim had truly endured behind the scenes. But that was only the tip of the iceberg. Seemingly out of nowhere, Kanye announced he had tied the knot with Bianca Censori, a woman who, until that moment, was mostly unknown to the public. For a man as famous as Kanye, it was odd that very few details about his new relationship had surfaced beforehand. The Kardashians were reportedly stunned, and Bianca's own friends and family were equally blindsided. No official statements, no engagement headlines, just cryptic rumors that the pair had quietly gotten married. Speculation ran wild. Was this a rebound marriage intended to make Kim jealous? Was it a publicity stunt for a new project? Or could it be a genuine relationship that Kanye had managed to keep under wraps? At first, some sources claimed Kanye and Bianca were a match made in heaven, two creatives bonding over fashion, architecture, and design. She had been involved with Kanye's Yeezy brand, so fans assumed they shared a close professional connection that blossomed into something more. Another rumor painted Bianca as a grounding force for Kanye, someone who understood him in ways Kim never did. But not everyone believed the fairy tale story. Almost immediately, Kanye began dressing Bianca in ways that raised eyebrows. Gone were her casual, normal outfits. Suddenly, she was stepping out in tight, sheer bodysuits, futuristic fabrics, and avant-garde headpieces. The changes were dramatic enough to make people ask, was this really Bianca's style, or was she being molded into a canvas for Kanye's fashion whims? Those doubts only grew stronger the more public appearances they made. It's not the first time Kanye has transformed a partner's look overnight. Kim Kardashian openly shared how, early in their relationship, Kanye insisted on overhauling her entire wardrobe. He famously raided her closet and tossed out nearly everything, replacing it with hand-picked designer items. For a while, it worked. Kim's style evolution won her praise from top fashion houses. But in hindsight, it hinted at a pattern of control rather than simple guidance. Julia Fox was next in line. In that whirlwind fling, Kanye orchestrated elaborate photo shoots during their second date, draping her in head-to-toe Balenciaga. The transformation was so sudden and so reminiscent of Kim's look that people began joking Kanye was trying to clone Kim by dressing Julia in the same edgy gear. Julia herself seemed enthralled, calling it a Cinderella moment. Yet it was impossible to miss how Kanye was calling all the shots. Now, as Bianca Censori debuts bleached blonde hair and see-through outfits, the parallels are undeniable. Fans who had praised Kanye's styling talents when he was with Kim are now uneasy about how he's evolved this controlling streak. It's one thing to offer fashion tips, it's another to shape your partner's identity to reflect your own vision. And it doesn't end with clothes. Rumors soon surfaced that Bianca wasn't just being styled, she was being controlled. According to multiple insiders, Kanye imposed strict rules on her. Speak only when spoken to in public, dress however he dictates, and maintain a schedule that revolves around his every whim. Some allegations even suggest she's required to eat specific foods and follow workout regimens, all based on Kanye's personal preferences. Friends and family of Bianca reportedly tried to intervene. They arranged discreet meetings, attempted gentle conversations, and expressed concerns for her emotional well-being. But their efforts were met with resistance. Bianca allegedly brushed them off, thinking they were simply jealous of her celebrity status. After all, who wouldn't be envious of traveling the world with a megastar, wearing designer outfits every day, and mingling with Hollywood's elite? Yet the question lingers, is Bianca truly happy, or is she caught in a glamorous cage? Some fans speculate that her sudden shift in appearance and demeanor is a red flag, an outward sign of internal pressures. Others point out that Bianca is an adult capable of making her own choices. Perhaps she genuinely loves the extravagant lifestyle and has no desire to return to normal. But any sense of normalcy seemed to vanish at the Grammys. Even though Kanye wasn't officially invited to the recent Grammys, he and Bianca made sure to grab the spotlight. Kanye stuck to a low-key black pants and t-shirt combo, but Bianca's outfit immediately sparked chaos. Draped in a fur coat, she revealed a sheer, body-hugging dress underneath, leaving little to the imagination. At first, onlookers assumed that was her big statement. Then she took it to another level, removing the coat entirely to pose for cameras in what looked like little more than skin-tone tights and minimal fabric. Gasps, whispers, and camera flashes ensued. Some called it high fashion, others labeled it a cry for attention. And just as the confusion reached its peak, Kanye whisked Bianca away, leaving the event almost as quickly as they'd arrived. Viewers online debated the real motive for this dramatic cameo. Was Kanye promoting a new fashion concept? Setting a publicity trap? Or, as some cynics believe, pushing Bianca into public mortification as part of a twisted power play? Whatever the truth, the spectacle only heightened the speculation that Kanye is exploiting the relationship, or at least Bianca's body, for shock value. But the Grammys debacle was minor compared to the more scandalous rumors lurking beneath the surface. As jaw-dropping as the Grammys incident was, it pales in comparison to allegations that Kanye has a disturbing fascination with explicit content he might be dragging Bianca into. Former associates have claimed Kanye frequently spoke about X-rated fantasies, shared lewd images, and even discussed launching an adult brand. One ex-employee described receiving file-sharing links that contained explicit material intended for an upcoming creative project. There's also talk that Bianca grew apprehensive once she realized these ideas weren't just random musings. Stories circulated that Bianca felt anxious about the possibility of being pushed into adult-themed performances or videos, particularly if Kanye decided it was part of a new branding strategy. Some even suggest that her minimal outfits and risque public appearances are stepping stones to something far more extreme. Kanye's defenders argue these are just rumors designed to tarnish his name. They note that the music mogul has always been provocative, and his creative ideas often teeter on the edge of controversy. But skeptics remain convinced that where there's smoke, there's fire, especially given Kanye's track record of controversial behavior. Adding another layer of complexity is the notion that Kanye might be using Bianca to indirectly wound Kim. Conspiracy-minded fans claim he's dressing Bianca like an even more overtly sexualized version of Kim, forcing her to participate in bizarre stunts as a form of revenge. Is this a twisted humiliation ritual aimed at getting back at his ex? Or a convoluted art piece we mere mortals can't begin to comprehend? Whichever angle you believe, Kim has taken notice. While Kim Kardashian tries to move on with her life, juggling business ventures, law studies, and motherhood, she finds herself dragged back into Kanye's orbit. Sources say she's alarmed by how close North has grown to Bianca, particularly given Bianca's radical transformation and Kanye's rumored controlling influence. Kim's anxiety is understandable. She wants to protect her children from anything that might be unhealthy or exploitative. Some insiders claim that Kim's initial skepticism about Kanye's marriage to Bianca has only intensified. She's reportedly concerned that Bianca's presence in her kids' lives gives Kanye a gateway to bring them into an environment Kim deems erratic. Worse yet, the swirling rumors about adult content and manipulative behavior raise obvious red flags for any parent. Of course, Kanye has never been one to bow to the Kardashians' wishes. If anything, these tensions might fuel more rebellious acts. And for Kim, co-parenting with someone as unpredictable as Kanye is a delicate balancing act. She doesn't want to alienate her children from their father, yet she also doesn't want them too deeply intertwined with what she sees as a potentially toxic situation. The conflict remains unresolved, leaving fans and onlookers to wonder if, and when, it might all unravel. In a world where public image and personal privacy collide, the story of Kanye West and Bianca Censori grows more complicated by the day. Kim Kardashian's early red flags may have been dismissed as bitterness, but they now appear to foreshadow concerns that the rest of the world is only beginning to see. From Bianca's sudden style overhaul to Kanye's alleged obsession with explicit content, the relationship reads less like a Hollywood romance and more like a reality-bending roller coaster with no clear end. Whether Bianca is willingly playing along with Kanye's visions or unknowingly locked into a pattern of emotional control remains an open question. Some argue that she's a grown woman making her own choices. Others fear she's become a pawn in a larger game of ego, revenge, and high-stakes PR. With Kanye's temperament, there's no telling when a dramatic twist might surface, or how far he'll push boundaries. As fans, media outlets, and even Kanye's inner circle watch this spectacle unfold, it's hard not to wonder, is this all just another phase of Kanye's creative brilliance, or the sign of something darker that even he can't fully control? One thing is certain, the saga is far from over, and every new appearance, rumor, or social media post only adds more layers to this perplexing and explosive chapter of celebrity drama. And in a culture hooked on shock and spectacle, Kanye and Bianca are more than happy to provide both, at least until the next scandal emerges. The question is, how far will it go before someone finally draws the line?